put you on this, Buck, man. Your butt naked truth, the butt naked truth question of the day. Talking about youth sports. Are parents and adults ruining youth sports? I need your butt naked truth.
I'm going to sit up for this.
Okay.
They're absolutely killing it.
Killing it?
Youth sports is supposed to be there to help shape young men and women, teach them character, teach them how to have pride, teach them how to have self-confidence. But we're letting our pride as parents in the stands boil over into the field. Like, I've never seen in the history of my life more fights happening in the stands, more fights are running out there on the court, on a wrestling match with the one woman. Your son was in a wrestling match. He was getting beat. You can't go grab nobody else's kid. That started a fight. They just had the OG Ducks, one of the best organizations in the country. They just had a shooting at a game. And I think this game was about to be televised. And they ran on the field, they're fighting. You are destroying it. I see cameras now of footage of coaches out there coaching for free. And all you hear in the stands, he don't know what he's doing. Oh, I could have called that. That's a grown man you talk that's volunteering to help develop your kid. Why do you feel the nerve to first of all, to embarrass him, to insult him on that field? Like, because unless I'm mistaken, you can go out there and volunteer if you want to.
Please do.
You can go out there and spend your time. I coach Little League football. I've seen the parents that sit there at practice and want to be involved, but I've seen you drop off parents too. Hey, what time y'all done? And then we got to wait 30 minutes till you get back. But then you'll sit there in the stands if your son ain't got 5 carries or he ain't scored a touchdown. Oh, what y'all were practicing for? Well, you should have came and see him not get 5 touchdowns in practice. you know what I'm saying? But parents are really killing it because you can support your kid, be there for your kid. I applaud that. But you cannot live vicariously through your kid. And I feel a lot of these parents are putting these goals onto these kids and they're not getting it. You don't want to hurt the kids, so you want to thrust all that anger toward the coach. But you put Johnny or you put little Christine in a bad situation because as a coach, I done told you all week, Larry, do this. This is how we're going to do it. But then here go Mr. Mills and saying, no, do what I told you to do on the field. What are kids supposed to do? I'm going to listen to my dad or I listen to the coach. You know what I mean? So you putting the kid into a phone, then they get struggling. You start to see a lot of kids get frustrated, but all the fighting, the bickering and the arguing, you want to go jump on referees.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. You got a problem with a coach, pull him to the side, talk, or better yet, come get your kid. I'm like Mike Tomlin. We want volunteers. We don't want no hostages.
Right. You
know what I mean? Right. If I'm not the coach for your kid or my program now, come get him. I'm going to shake his hand if you need anything, if the kid need anything. I'm going to love him up. I'm not going to have no ill feelings to it because it's youth sports. But all this fighting and stuff, I think it's setting a bad precedent for the kids because the kids only going to emulate what they see. So now kids get tackled or they get blocked or somebody. Now they're starting to fight. And it is just crazy. The sportsmanship is going out the way, but it's going out by the adults. Yeah. Kids are looking at us.
And, it trickles down. And, as you're at home or as you're at the game and you're telling your child this, you're telling your child that, it's trickling down to the child. So now your child is, like you said, Buck, is emulating your behavior. Yeah. So now they want to fight on the court. They want to cuss out the referee. They want to disrespect the coaches because they feel like my mom or my dad is going to back up my behavior. I say it all the time. Like I say it on the radio. I say, like, you parents, y'all are backing up these kids' bad behavior. Yes. Y'all are making them feel like it's okay.
And then you want to blame us you want to blame the coach when it don't turn out right for them. You know what I mean? I just said it, it's behavioral. It's behavioral guys that watch, that go back and watch. But he got in a fight in middle school during the game. He was disrespectful to this coach. High school, he got thrown out of a couple of games. In college, the coach was saying something to him. He barking at him. But like I said, it's embedded in them because they only seen it. You know what I mean? The hardest thing is to be a parent sometime, and your kid might be getting dog walked out there. But guess what? The other kid just might be better than your kid. Yeah. You know what I mean? Your kid might ran into a bus all that day. Now, the best thing to do, hey kid, hey son, hey daughter, sometimes you get the bear, the other time the bear gets you. Now let's go work on some stuff, let me help you get stronger. Let me tell the coach, hey, you got some drills we can work on at home. Don't take that anger out. Like when I was in Jacksonville was the first place I really never went on Saturday to watch youth sports because the sheriff of Jacksonville told me not to do it.
Damn.
He like it's too dangerous for you, coach, to go out there. He like, because it's not about the kids. We got guys out here gambling, or they are really putting money into these teams, funneling money into these teams. Then when they lose a big bet, then they want to turn to gunplay. He like, we have to send more of our officers to youth sports events than we do to crime-riddled places. And the kids are seeing this. Right. And like you said, if I see my dad was my superhero.
Right.
If I seen my dad do something, guess what I said? I can do that. My dad did it.
My daddy did it.
My dad
or my mama did it.
Or my mama did it.
That must be okay.
I'm gonna copy him.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening, man. We got to stop it. We're eliminating our kids' chances because we're shaping their character and their behavior. I said this before. They are writing the bad guys out the movie. They're writing you out the movie. They don't want to see your ending no more. They don't want to see it. The behavioral problems, they don't want, because every year we find an athlete, right, wrong, and difference. He's getting arrested. Why? He's doing it. I guarantee you. I can't guarantee, but if you go back and look, he's had that issue at a younger age. And a lot of times, instead of sports or parents correcting it, they swept it up on the rug. But, you sweep enough up on the rug, don't get mad and you trip over.
And I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I was always a correct parent in the stands. I watched my kids growing up playing sports. And sometimes I was that parent yelling. I never yelled at the coach. Like, I always try to tell my son or my daughter something to do. And when I started getting around places and I felt like the coaching was terrible, I'm like you. If my son can go somewhere else, my daughter can go somewhere else, we're going to take them somewhere else. If I felt like the coaching was bad, that's the reason I got into coaching, because I felt like these coaches, not knocking all coaches, but some of them just wasn't coaching.
Yes.
They just wasn't coaches. Now it is some coaches out there that just not coaching.
And that's a whole nother thing too. We could get in that. Youth coaches. And like I said, I ran a youth program in Charlotte. I actually coached it. And we used to set up programs to coach our coaches. And I just tell you, you're not just going to come out here and call plays. You're going to educate yourself, because you're taking somebody's kid's future in your hands and shaping them. We're not just going to let you call plays. You got to show me that, hey, man, I don't win the study. I went over and saw Tommy Knox practice. I got some drills we can do. I watched this. You're just not going to run out here and run Madden plays or just call plays, because kids are such at a developmental stage. And I don't want to mold them the wrong way. I want their foundation to be right. And I tell people this all the time. If you're just coaching little league and you don't have ambitions to go into to lead a middle school or high school team, I don't want you coaching, because you're gonna get satisfied.
Right.
If you're a high school coach and you're not ambitious to go to a bigger program or go to college, what are you coaching for? And if you're in college, unless you're just killing it in college, your ambition should be go to the higher level. You should be always trying to educate yourself and trying to develop yourself as a coach. And I always tell my pro players, make me work. Make me have to go look for something to give you. Don't let me get comfortable. Because if I get comfortable, your development going to get comfortable. So, and then that coaching, parents, stop letting anybody coach your kids. I don't care if he's your uncle, your brother. I don't care if he had 1,000 yards rushing in the 8th grade. If he's not qualified to get your kid better, don't let him do it.